I always sang. I don't remember a time where I didn't.
So you could always sing?
Yes.
Not with a clarinet in your mouth, obviously.
Not with a clarinet in my mouth, no.
Or while you were pashing on with the cornet player.
No, I was singing in my head, though. However, pashing. Oh, gee, that's great.
It's good, isn't it?
Fantastic word.
Yeah.
No, my earliest memories would be in primary school, singing along with for people who didn't know, in primary schools back in sort of the mid to late 70s and into the 80s, I'm showing my age now, the ABC, the Australian national broadcaster, would have a sing-along program in which primary school students would have a book full of songs.
Right.
And at a certain time of the week, you get, the class or a couple of classes would rush into, a room, and they'd put the radio on, and we'd all sit and we'd sing. We'd sing along with the this program on the ABC, and I just remember just being able to do it.
Right.
And having teachers look at me and go, damn, this kid can do it. And so every time there was a choir or anything like that, they'd always get me in, and I had a really high voice.
You still have a really high voice.
Yeah, but not as high as it used to be.
Well, no.
But it was very, very high. And I just always sung. I don't remember a time where I didn't. And it just seemed really easy and effortless, and yeah, I suppose lucky in that I've never had a lesson in my life, as well as me playing guitar and bass and all that other stuff. Besides clarinet and what I have done through high school, I'm self-taught with everything else.
Yeah.
And that's just through sheer bloodied mindedness and determination. Yeah. But it does help when you just have an affinity for it, I suppose.
Yeah.
I have more of an affinity for playing music than I have an affinity for, say, fixing a car or something like that. But there's other people that can do that.
I only like driving them.
Yeah. But, it's people can gravitate towards one thing and just seem to have an aptitude for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And mine was that, But, yeah, singing always had a voice.
I used to always say, like, even when people talk to me about music, I always say the only thing I've ever been naturally good at was driving a car. Like when I was 6, I was driving cars around a farm, and it was something that just it came instinctively to me. But I couldn't sing to save my life. Like it was bad. And so I learnt. And people find it, people who've heard me sing now find it quite astonishing that I couldn't sing at one point at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't good. And segueing a little bit backwards to, I was talking about my dad growing up. I mean, he played piano and a bit of guitar, but I wanted that in the same way that you kind of moved away from clarinet. I wanted to be in that kind of rock scene, even though I grew up listening to folk music and liked it. And he spoke to me in recent years, kind of saying, you never let me kind of teach you stuff. But the funny thing was that he was a bass and I was a tenor. But when I started having singing lessons, he goes, no, Betts is a tenor. How can you be a tenor? And I'm like, I'm a tenor because I don't constrict like you constrict, because he used to constrict in his throat. It was so obvious when he was singing that he was, he had more in there that he could have used, but he was unable to use it. And I'd learned a lot of technique, a bracing technique, not a diaphragm technique, and learn how to kind of sing fairly high until I met you, and then I have to make ongoing jokes about the fact that you sing high harmonies. I'm singing as high as I can, and you come in with a high harmony above that, which is always astonishing.